The checkered flag. To be first to it gives passion to both driver and fan, something Brandon Shepard knows all too well as he's knocking on the door of outlaw immortality. But standing in his way, 34 other late model racers looking to be spectacular themselves. The playing field, Waverly, Ohio, as the World of Outlaws Case Construction Late Model Series is at the 3/8 mile Atomic Speedway for night number 2 of the Outlaw Invasion. I'm your host, Dave Reef. From 35 entries, the field has been trimmed to 24 cars as the 4-wide salute to the fans is already underway. And among the starting field for the most powerful late models on the planet, the top 2 drivers when it comes to wins championships. Already at the mountaintop is 34-year-old Shinston, West Virginia native Josh Richards, who returns to the Outlaws this season as part of Boom Briggs Racing. A 4-time series champion, he's seen the checkered flag displayed first for him a total of 78 times tonight, hoping to add one more this evening, while keeping third-generation racer Brandon Shepard of New Berlin, Illinois, just a step away from rarefied air. Also with 4 title wins, it's been 13 races, though, since the rocket ship pulled into victory lane. He's got his eyes, though, on making his move tonight, as he's positioned himself for just such a move. The Case Construction starting lineup features Hudson O'Neal on the pole alongside Rookie of the Year contender Kyle Hammer looking for his first Outlaw win. Then it's Shepard alongside of the always fast Devin Moran. Morty Gundeker and Max Blair are also rookies this year as well. Dennis Erb Jr. is the series points leader and always finds his way to the front, something 2-time Atomic winner Josh Richards hopes to do as well from his 13th place starting spot. Further back, it's English, Conley, Bruning, and Briggs as we turn it over to the voice of the Outlaws, Rick Eshelman, with the call. But first, one final thought from pit reporter Hannah Newhouse.
It is go time. We've got the rookie on the front row, Kyle Hammer. It's going to be rookie redemption. We've got 2 of them in the top 6. Let's send them to green, guys.
Thank you, Hannah. Here we go.
Green flag is out. O'Neal on the low side. Hammer on the high side. Here comes Devin Moran working his way through. Going to go side by side for second and third. And now they are going to go 3 wide in the corner number 3. O'Neal cuts it back down. Moran in the middle of the sandwich. And Hammer on the high side. What a first lap through 3 and 4. And Devin Moran's going to come out on top down the backstretch.
Devin Moran showing away. Kyle Hammer second. He's in a battle with the 71 of Hudson O'Neal. There's Shepard in. He gets his progress forwarded by the 45 who cut right in front of him. They'll go side by side. The Battle of Illinois right now for third. Give it to Shepard.
And look at Shepard now working up into that third spot, trying to work underneath of O'Neal in the meantime. Hey, Devin Moran says, you guys battle it out all you want to. I'm going to try to get out of here and hide. But Devin Moran now trying to find his rhythm, trying to be up front. 3 laps in, 47 to go. Moran, and here comes Shepard. Has he got a chip on his shoulder? Has he got something to prove? We're going to see. But here comes Hudson O'Neal again, right back underneath of him.
Hudson O'Neal wasn't shaken or stirred by the one machine who just went after him and got him again coming out of turn number 4. So it is Moran, it is Shepard, it is O'Neal. Max Blair running in the 4th spot. Hammer is now falling back to 5th. Turbo's up to 6th. 7th is Erb Jr. 8th is Rice. 9th is Gundeker. 10th is Jacob Hawkins as we complete lap number 5. 1/10 of the way through.
1/10 of the way through, and Kyle Hammer, he's kind of been shuffled back a little bit from that front row back to about 5th. But in the meantime, Devin Moran out in front, followed by Shepard. And now the front 4 starting to string it out. And once again, here comes Max Blair on that low side of that racetrack. Blair on the low side working towards the front. But Devin Moran still up on the high side. Like you said, where Daddy keeps the good books on that top shelf. Moran and Shepard setting the pace.
Devin Moran setting the pace with Brandon Shepard, keeping him in the crosshairs. Hudson O'Neal in the podium spot. Max Blair just on the outside looking in. Dennis Erb Jr. doing what he has to, running up in the top 10 right now to get himself a nice point lead heading to Bristol. But Devin Moran is not going to walk away with this one by any stretch of the imagination because Shepard is right there. Shepard's not riding. He's not waiting. He's going right now.
Tell you what, look else who's coming to dinner. That's that 28 machine of Dennis Erb Jr. He started back about the 5th or 6th row on the outside, and now he's worked his way up into a top 6 and close it in quick on Turbo. But here comes Rice now. Josh Rice also making a move around Hammer. Some of these guys in the back third of the pack now really starting to move towards the front.
Yeah, it's a good battle right now for first, and it's shaping up to be a good battle for third. as O'Neal got passed by the 111V of Blair, and then Blair went right back after him. Shepard makes a crisscross move for the lead down in turn number 1. He's got the bottom hill slide job in turn number 2. Moran had to let him go. Moran just shot out of a cannon out of turn 2. He'll take the lead back in 3.
It looks like Moran just done a reset up there in corner number 2. Reset his line, set his position, and came back. Give the position once again to Devin Moran. Brandon Shepard, and here we're going to go 3 wide as Max Blair comes into the mix also now.
Boy, Max Blair looks comfortable. He just went by Shepard. He's going right after the 9 of Moran. Max Blair real comfortable in the track he's not raced at. He is going after it. He has got second away from Shepard. Now he's going to go after the lead in turn number 1, side by side. Moran has a high side momentum, but the bottom belongs to Blair. They're going to go lockstep into turn number 3.
What has Blair found on the low side of that racetrack? But what they're getting ready to find is lap traffic right ahead of them as the one machine of Mills is right there. And Blair, your new leader at the line.
Max Blair takes the lead. Now it's lap 13. Moran finds himself in second. Shepard in third. Huddy is in fourth. Here comes Turbo. Tyler Erb is now up to 5th. There's Dennis Erb Jr. at 6th. We've got 6 cars all going to be battling for the lead here momentarily.
I'll tell you what, Max Blair now 5th row, and he is now leading. But up in... Wow, here he goes. Mills now takes the 1 car to the infield. Andy Bond, B-main winner, he's going to go a lap down, but up on the high side. Here comes the 9 machine of Devin Moran once again. The lap car of Bond between your 1st and 2nd place cars. And Brandon Shepard working the low side through there, and here comes Turbo.
Caution flag is out, and in trouble is Dave Hess Jr. And I'm not sure, we'll have to see if that is Josh or if that is Chubb. Believe that is going to be Josh Richards as part of that. Yes. So the Rocket Man and the 44 of Hess come together.
World of Outlaws on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Case Construction Equipment. Dirt work done right. By iRacing, the world's premier motorsport racing simulation. And by Dirt Vision, the greatest shows on dirt, live and on demand.
Brandon Shepard picks up the pace. Here we go again, side by side, all the way through the field. 3 wide, back in the pack. Out in front again is going to be Brandon Shepard. Here comes the 111 Max Blair. Devin Moran, Dennis Erb Jr., Tyler Erb. And now we see Rice again putting up on that high side of the racetrack.
Some drivers down low, some drivers up high. Wherever you feel comfortable, that's where you can put it, as we have a battle right now for podium spot. There's Dennis Erb Jr. to the inside of Moran. Moran will pull him down the back stretch and into 3. Now Tyler will go to the high side, so it's going to be Blair and Erb on the bottom, Moran and Erb on the top, and Brandon Shepard is leaving them in the dust.
But also, don't count out Tyler Erb yet. He's moved his way up into that 5th spot, and he's looking for more as they're side by side ahead of him. And right now, Turbo is working that high side, throwing the sparklers off the wall and just keeping that momentum up.
And we are getting close to the halfway point, just 2.5 laps shy of the cross flags, as Dennis Erb Jr. has now picked up the 3rd spot in the podium position. There is, again, Devin Moran making a bid to the outside, as is the 71 of Hudson O'Neal. Here comes Josh Rice. Brent Larson sitting in the 8th spot right now. Gordy Gundaker's up to 9th.
And then you also got Orange Crest Steve Casebolt right there in that mix, right behind Gundaker. So these guys are kind of quietly making some moves through there. But I tell you what, that 99 machine, Frank Heckenast, he's running a real fine race of his own right there. Meanwhile, out in front, Brandon Shepard. He's about 12 car lengths over the 2nd place car of Max Blair. But Blair is getting his hands full now, as here comes Dennis Erb Jr. working that low side of that racetrack. Like you said, Rick, both these guys typically run a low line, but right now they're in a heck of a battle. Right there, it's 25 in, 25 to go.
And Tyler Bruning started 23rd. Tyler Bruning is 12th. He's picked up 11 spots at the halfway point. Bruning's Capital Race car is finally coming to him here in the 2nd half of the race tonight at Atomic. And now Dennis Erb Jr. is going to make a bid for the runner-up position. He is all over Max Blair. They'll take that battle over into turn number 3 and 4, as Shepard has got a nice, comfortable half a straightaway lead. Dennis Erb Jr. all over the 111V.
The 111 and the 28, they're balanced still for that 2nd and 3rd spot. But right now, Devin Moran in 4th, Turbo in 5th, and then it's going to be Josh Rice now up into 6th. And it's quite a battle right behind them now, as they're still coming to the nail, trying to move it towards the front. But again, your leader out in front, going to be Brandon Shepard, and I'm not sure they're not closing the gap on Shepard.
And they are closing the gap on Shepard. It was 1.156 the differential at lap 28. Lap number 29, the differential is .872. They are closing in on the leader. Is Shepard using a lot, running that top side of the racetrack as Andy Bond pulls in? I guess we're going to find out. Sparking off the wall was Frank Heckeness Jr. over at turn number 1 and 2. He almost lost it, and here we go.
And the 53 of Andy Bond takes that car to the infield, but out in front still with 20 laps to go. This is a long way from over. And now Shepard starts to open that gap once again, but Dennis Erb on that bottom side of that racetrack. Multiple lines again, and oh, what a slider right there. I believe that's going to be Josh Rice up there throwing the sparklers off the wall. That really hurt the momentum of Turbo Tyler Erb as he loses a couple spots in that fracas.
Keep your eyes on the B1 of Brent Larson. He took the 7th spot at lap 32. He's going to take more here coming out of turn number 4. And Brent Larson sits in the 7th position. Larson started 11. He's starting to come on. Josh Rice just fired out of turn 2 and went right by Hudson O'Neal.
He looked like he hit the afterburners on that coming off for corner number 2. And now Rice is up in about that 4th spot, 5th spot make it. And O'Neal is not done with him yet. So O'Neal, another slider right back up in front of Rice, and Rice crosses right back over back into the position.
Well, Bruce, it is time to talk history, my friend. Josh Richards, the all-time feature win leader with 78 career features. Brandon Shepard sits second with 77. If Shepard holds on and wins tonight's feature, he will tie Richards for the all-time feature win list in World of Outlaws history.
And what a place to do it, but right here on the high banks at Atomic Speedway. And right now, he really looks like he's trying to prove a point in that one machine, and he is out there in charge. They keep closing the gap, and then he keeps opening it right back up on him. Going to be 14 laps to go at the line, this time with 36 in. But Shepard still maintains that lead. It's almost like he's in a rocking chair. He's in a rhythm. He's out there just working that high side of that racetrack. He's got lap traffic ahead of him, and he's just working his way right through it.
And he's got 2 teammates that are in front of him, the Briggs Transport team of Boom on the bottom, Josh on the top. Shepard's going to have to deal with both of those cars. Meanwhile, the 111V into 28, this may be their chance to catch the leader if he stays hung up in lap traffic. Interval was 1.156. Interval is 1.408. So he actually opened the lead up a little bit on that lap.
And part of that may be the fact these guys are racing side by side back there for second and third. And Dennis Erb Jr. now works the low side underneath the Max Blair. How many times you see somebody under Blair? You just don't see that happen. But right now, Blair goes back into position. Erb's going to slide up in front of him. Wow.
If anybody could get underneath a Max Blair line, it's going to be Dennis Erb Jr. Bottom feeder most of his career. He's using it to his advantage, but right now that high side momentum just keeps Blair about a half a car length ahead of him in the second spot. This time Erb takes it away from him. 40 in, 10 to go. Erb now in second, and he's got to set his sights on the one car and forget about the 111V.
He's got to forget about him. And the thing about it is, right now, like you said, Rick, the one machine of Shepard, he's tied up in lap traffic. He's caught between a couple team cars, and that's going to give these guys time to close that gap if they can.
If Erb has anything in the tank, he's got to go right now. This is his chance to catch the one car. Even if the one gets past Josh Richards, then he's going to have to deal with 3 more cars ahead of him. Problem is, Bruce, we're coming down for 7 laps to go this time. Sands in the hourglass are starting to fall pretty fast for Erb, and Shepard is getting that much closer to tying history.
Shepard just keeps opening up that gap again. Brandon Shepard in the one machine. Even though he's in traffic, he still is setting a great pace. Dennis Erb now that time really has closed it to within a second.
Dennis Erb Jr. is cutting the gap. It's down to 0.8 of a second. We'll check the interval at lap 44. Across the line, both drivers, it's still 0.8 of a second. This is Erb's chance right now to go. He's got to find that little bit of extra speed to give a shot to Shepard, or else Shepard is going to tie history. A handful of fingers awaits the driver from New Berlin, Illinois.
And he has closed that gap, it looks like, even more. He's still right at 0.6 seconds, 0.6 of a second.
And here comes
behind
Erb.
him, and here comes Dennis Erb.
Herb got it down to 0.6 of a second with 5 to go. Now Herb is going to take a look underneath the one for the lead. Nothing doing this time out of turn number 4. Does Dennis Herb set up Brandon Shepard right at the end of this race, or does Shepard use the lap traffic to his advantage? They're side by side out of turn number 2.
And we got less than 4 laps to go and still lap traffic ahead of them. Brandon Shepard, Dennis Herb. That is your front pair. And these guys are having at it. Dennis Herb going to bring it home.
So here we go, side by side for the lead. The 2 to go signal is about to come out. Lap traffic up high, lap traffic down low. Dennis Herb Jr. taking the shortest way around. Shepard still leads. Caution is out, Bruce. Oh, caution is out.
Man.
Caution comes out as the 28 was going for it. It's Tyler Herb bringing out the yellow. 3 laps to go, Bruce.
What does that set up now?
Oh boy, that is single file order. Now we are under 5 to go. It is single file order. It looks like a right rear flat tire on the one of Turbo Tyler Herb. I believe Hannah Newhouse is down in that area. We'll see if we can get a report from her real quick, as the Best Performance Motorsports team is going to work on the number 1. Hannah, what a tough break for Turbo.
Yeah, tough break indeed, of course, coming off of a win, as you can see there. Definitely a right rear flat on the one of Tyler Herb. But let me just tell you, the whole dynamic of this pit area just changed. Everyone was so tense watching those last couple laps. That caution came out. People didn't know if to get more tense or to take a sigh of relief. You know right now that both the driver of the 28 and the the Rocket 1, they are stressed right now. And you can feel it down here in the pits as we get ready for a shootout. But that tire coming off of Tyler Herb's a new one going on here. We'll have to see if he rejoins the field.
Looks like a hole in that one machine that kind of broke open, Hannah. What about Tyler Bruning? Bruning running in the 9th spot. He started 23rd. His Capital Race car is finally working here.
Yeah, and definitely good to see, because it has been a tough weekend here at Atomic for Tyler Bruning. His luck in last night's feature, so to be able to make up that track position, and obviously that helps him overall in the points. And it's kind of crazy to see. We have seen some big movers, of course, Tyler Bruning being one of them, and Dennis Herb came from the 12th spot. Remember, he didn't even make the redraw. He actually had to, he took that transfer spot, but was not in the redraw up to the 2nd spot. So it's been great to see a lot of moving around in tonight's field.
So a 3-lap dash for $15,000. It's up to Brandon Shepard to hold serve. He's got Dennis Herb Jr. behind him, Max Blair, along with Devin Moran and Josh Rice. The green flag is out. We'll get the 2 to go signal next time. Herb to the bottom, Shepard to the top. Give the advantage to Shepard coming out of turn number 2. They'll head down the backstretch. Dennis Herb Jr. again will go to work on the bottom of the racetrack. Shepard will now be middle groove, and so middle groove for the 111V. And that is 2 to go. It is white flag the next time by. White flag is coming out, and it's not over. Shepard with the advantage. Herb takes a look at him. They're going to come out of turn number 4. That white flag is in hand. This is the Barrett's 1 lap to go signal. It has been given. This is it. Final time around the Atomic Speedway for the Outlaw Invasion. Down the backstretch into turn number 3. Looking to tie history. He's 1 corner away out of turn number 4 for the first time in 2022. Shepard wins. Shepard wins. Shepard wins here at Atomic.
World of Outlaws on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Case Construction Equipment. Dirt work done right. By Hoosier Racing Tire. Tires designed for champions. And by VP Racing Fuels. Making power.
Man, Dennis Herb did not make that one easy on you, and nonetheless, that caution comes out, coming to the white flag. What is going through your mind?
I was happy to see the caution for sure, because he pretty much had me pass before that. I think I burnt my tires up there, pretty early in that race, trying to get the lead, and then it was cleaning up and starting to take a little rubber getting in over there, and I think I was using that a little bit too much, and that slowed me down a bunch in 1 and 2, and I couldn't really do anything with Josh when I got to him, and I was kind of stumped out there. I didn't know which way to go, but and then Dennis started showing me a nose, and I was trying to change what I was doing, but he always races me clean, so thanks for that.
78 wins now, tying the all-time win list with the World of Outlaws, tying Josh Richards. When your racing career started, was this a feat that you ever thought would be reachable?
I would have like to hope that, but you just never know. You know, when I started, you know, my dad and my grandpa gave me everything I need to get going, and just, you know, thankful for them. And like I said, Mark Richards for picking me up back in 2012, and just everybody that backs me and that's backed me my whole career. It's definitely it's really awesome, you know. And I think this is my first win here, so that's pretty exciting too. I felt like I've had a fast car here a lot.
That is your winner tonight here at Atomic Speedway. Of course, 78 wins, you guys. 78, tying Josh Richards for the all-time win list. Absolutely incredible for Brandon Shepard. Man, they didn't make that easy for you. It seems like you gave everything you had here. Dennis Erb coming home in the second position. What did you need there those last couple laps, and of course on that last restart to be there for Brandon?
I don't know. You know, our car was working real good there, you know, while we were under green. I didn't really want to see that caution there at the end. But, you know, them guys, their car was good too. And you know, we fired off real good. And, you know, we gave it a shot over there, but wasn't good enough there. But, you know, it was good to come home here second.
Of course, you've had a great start to your season. Points lead, another runner-up finish here tonight at Atomic. What momentum does this set for, of course, yourself and Heather as we're still at the beginning of the season?
Oh, it's real good, you know, to keep things rolling, and you know, things have been running good, running consistent, and that's what we need to do. And you know, we'll worry about everything else as it, you know, falls out. But you know, we're here to win races, and that's what we're trying to do.
An incredible start to the season for Dennis Erb. Comes home in second.
Thank you, Hannah. Final results start with Shepard's 78th and moves to Erb's 5th top 5 of 2022. Max Blair fought a tightening race car to come home 3rd. Gordy Gundaker gets his best finish of the season as Devin Moran goes 5th. Tyler Bruning is the race's hard charger as he passed 15 cars to come home 8th. Tanner English also passed 10 cars to earn 11th, but Josh Richards struggled tonight in the 50-lapper, dropping 6 spots to come home 19th. Tonight, fans at the jam-packed Atomic Speedway witnessed history that reads reaching the peak. Brandon Shepard has tied Josh Richards for the most World of Outlaws Case Construction late model wins at 78 apiece. For Rick Eshelman, Hannah Newhouse, and our entire crew, I'm Dave Reef. Thank you for watching, as this has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network in association with the World Racing Group. From his first series win in 2012, 10 years later, it's number 78 for third-generation racer Brandon Shepard.